Hello guys, this is Boomerang here and welcome back to another video. Today this is episode 125 of Desert Survival and we are starting off in a little apartment. Now if you've seen the title, I may or may not have done a bit of building off camera. I'll get to that in a second, but first I just want to explain to you a bit about this apartment. It's kind of a model. I've got like a whole bunch of them over here and I'm currently working on the first apartment block. So it is only 6 by 6. This is a window apartment. The ones which I haven't built them yet, but the ones which are not are going to be slightly larger to compensate. And each one, this is, by the way, the lowest tier apartment. There's going to be different tiers. So higher tiers, there's going to be more room and that sort of stuff. So there's a bed right here. There are two furnaces up here. Got a crafting table, an ender chest, and we've got four double copper chests, one single one over here, and we've also got four barrels just hidden over here. I've also put in a bit of decoration, like some trapdoors, some paintings, candles, this flower pot with a cactus, and we also have a little bit of balcony. So this is going to be the general model as to how the smallest form of apartments would be like. It's kind of like to some extent, it's like the Minecraft version of a Soviet Khrushchevka. Basically, just large enough so that you can live in it. Oh, it's still very small and compact. Anyways, that is just one of the things that I was doing off camera. And I feel like it should be a good opportunity to explain as to why I did so much stuff off camera. Currently, there's a bit of a Minecraft content drought. What I mean is that Minecraft content is just at an all-time low at the current moment. It's just pulling next to no views. And also I'm doing much better on a different Minecraft channel than this one in general. So because of that, I've kind of stopped recording these videos in general and focused on the other ones. And then if I was bored, I'd go and work on a project here. This also works because I did change the numbering systems a bit over the past years. And one of the things I did was I counted live streams as episodes, which I shouldn't have. So this is kind of making up for it, kind of reverting the number back, if you get what I mean. But let's just go and I'll show you the rest of progress I made. By the way, this has been like about 2 months or so, I think, that all of this has happened. So first off, as you can see, I've done a lot of expansion of roads. I've got this stretch in. This one's old. I've got the intersection. I think that was old as well. I think that I built in a recent episode. Although it could very well be wrong. I probably am wrong, to be honest. But I've also got this small road, which goes and connects to these two. This one's old again. This is the oldest one, I'm pretty sure. And then this goes over here, which is a parking lot. Or at least that's the current plan. It could turn into a two-lane road. Not exactly sure just yet. And then this goes in a garage here, and then the center lanes, it'll split into two here. And then center lanes will be another exit to Route 1. Now, I think we'll actually get to building this next episode, but this exit will actually link up over over here to this one. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna rewire it, but it'll link up here and they'll kind of combine as to one exit, if you know what I mean. Another difference you probably might have noticed is this fence going all around the starter base area. Now, this is actually something I've been meaning to do for a long time, but I actually finally got to it, and I actually just think it ties this entire area together just so much better. I don't know why, but it just feels like it. Oh, also, I should probably harvest my trees. So each of these fence posts is 16 blocks long. So I actually just on purpose so I can count chunks. This is 13 by 13 chunks, this entire area. Tried to make it a square. It worked pretty well. So that is 208 by 208 blocks. So it's pretty large. I also built a parking lot right here. This is definitely by far the biggest one I've built yet. And this one is supposed to be parking for both the spawn area for tourism, obviously, and also this apartment block as well, which the apartment block I'm obviously still working on. I also gave a structure to this entrance to Route 1. Now, this is actually something I was originally going to put in the last episode because I kind of did this before everything else, but I think it turned out pretty well. I actually used concrete, funnily enough, for that area. Now, I usually try not to use like gray concrete in these builds since I don't have a Wither Rose farm yet. I try to use gray wool instead for that reason. Although this kind of also doubles up as like, I guess I don't know if nature reserve is the right word, but like as the kind of a park. I haven't filled it out yet, but this is gonna be like sort of, decorated with cacti and dead bushes. I will also put in some of the new desert stuff, like the desert grass and also maybe the cactus flowers. I don't know how those would look. But yeah, like the desert grass. I also seen someone, I think it was Etho. I think I've seen Etho use dead leaves as well. And they actually match really well with the desert, which I kind of find funny. Obviously, the chest monster has expanded. I mean, that's just a given. And also to fill in this area between these two roads, I added a little bit of a monument right here. Well, I guess it's two, but yeah, there's in the same area. So yeah, that's basically what I did off camera. And I think just due to the fact that all this is right next to each other, it actually makes it so that it starts to look like a city is actually coming together. Unlike before, it was just scattered plots everywhere, and it didn't look like anything was happening. I forgot to mention this while I was down here, but I also filled in the walls of this exit. So I did it with all four of the entrances and exits. You can see here, here. This area I still need to fill in, but you can kind of see the general pattern if you look this way. Something that is a bit concerning is that the exit, like I was talking about before, I will build eventually. I think is like here, about. Granted, it'll move this way a bit, but still, well, actually, no, I think that was a bit too close. Like, it'll be like here-ish. There is not going to be that much room for an entrance or for people to merge lanes. Definitely going to be one of the shorter distances in this area between two exits, but I think it'll still be fine. Something else that's probably worth pointing out is that I actually have changed kind of how frequent exits will be, at least on Route 1 South. I don't know if it will be the case with the other three directions, but originally I was going to have one in this cave area, in this tunnel area at least, every 100 blocks, although I decided that I'll do 150 instead. So exit 1 will be like here. Exit 2 was what I was describing before, and then that'll be exit 3. Okay, so I felt kind of guilty just leaving you all off with just that and actually not doing anything on here. So I think we will do a bit of a small project today. You remember when we extended the nether tunnel all the way down here to around negative 200? No? Well, neither did I. Originally, I put in this nether wart farm here. Although I was thinking, since I already done the hard work expanding it all the way down here, we can probably just link it up to the southwest stronghold because that shouldn't be too far away from here in general. I think I'm gonna check the southeast stronghold chords first. I think it might be a bit further south, like 300. Oh, I was just delusional. Yeah, so we're pretty much all the way there. However, they're kind of a bit off from each other. They're not exactly in the same place, but like reflected. Since the stronghold to the north is ever so slightly west, so I might be able to get away with like hiding another portal like that somewhere around here, but I'm not exactly sure. We might need like a small road to take us to that portal. Something else I've noticed that must be a bug. If you view an Enderman through light blue stained glass, you can see the texture of it way more than you would otherwise. Definitely a bug. Okay, we're at the stronghold now, and yeah, the chords are slightly different. We're a bit further south, so we'll need to. Well, actually, it might be close enough, actually, that we don't need to have any sort of road or whatever. But I think it'll just be good to have one either way. And I'm also going to do the same thing as I did with the other one and build a portal up at build limit and connect it there. Now, something funny about the stronghold is that I'm pretty sure that I didn't even ignite the end portal. Oh, there's a slime in there. Good to know that this is on a slime chunk. No, I'm being sarcastic. Okay, actually, I'm wrong. I did. Why are there still silverfish here? Get out. But yeah, I was wrong about the end portal. It looks like I ignited it sometime that I didn't remember. I thought I remembered it not being ignited, but maybe I'm thinking about the wrong one. I don't know. Now, according to Silverfish, something I thought would be really funny is that with one of the strongholds, I'm gonna like destroy everything, including the end portal, except for the Silverfish spawner, and just used it as like an XP grind or whatever. Is it useless? Of course, but it's funny, okay? Okay, the portal is set up now at build limit, and I've also calculated the course of what would be the portal in the Nether. So now I think I'll just fly down and build it there. And here's the location of a portal in the Nether, and I'm about to turn around and show you something that might shock you. We literally did not have to build out at all. In fact, there's quite a bit of space left going that direction in particular to get to this portal. Now, granted, it is a bit off center. I tried to make it so that it's centered around this section in particular so I can make like a sort of hallway thing, but it should not be a big issue with linking. So without further ado, let's just test it. This is always the most nerve-wracking part about all of these. Okay, that's good. Go back. Awesome, it's linked. So I decided to put a little basalt frame around the tunnel that will lead to the end portal, or the second end portal, should I say. But I think I actually want to do something kind of special. And I think I actually might imitate this with the other end portal and might other nether portal which leads to end portal, and I might just move it slightly to compensate for it. Just to show that leads to end, I want to give it an end theme. So going up to this portal will be things like endstone and purpur and all of that sort of stuff. Might be kind of cool. But yeah, let's get started building. And here's the portal. I think I did a pretty good job. I didn't texture this obsidian at all. I just didn't feel like it. Also, I'm running a bit low on normal obsidian. But as you can see, I've kind of got endstone. I got normal endstone here. A couple of coarse flowers here and there. We've got bricks on the sides with some iron bars as well. And we've also got purpur on the ceiling. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, dislike if you dislike, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out!